And 2010 was a particularly good vintage for water.
Oh my god, I love it when people are leaning over and then they come back in the
Sorry,
frame
and then
like this. It makes me giggle every time.
Sorry.
I've always melded it before and I just was like, and like she joined the call and then did it and I was like, I just had a giggle. It's great. Cool. So gnomes are born of
It's
magma.
the streaming version of
and...
Peekaboo.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I love Peekaboo.
Yeah,
I
you're
know.
pretty fucking.
I'm resisting the urge to peekaboo right now.
So we've got gnomes born of magma. We got Azamar are dicks. Who ride giant eagles and live on the tops of mountains and things.
I just had a wild thought.
Yeah.
So bear with me. We were already like I've mentioned, and it seems like we're all kind of like vaguely into this like mythic underworld bullshit.
Heck yeah.
And like the idea of kobolds as the basic building cornerstone of the dungeon ecology, I just adore. What if kobolds and gnomes are the same fucking like it's the same thing?
Yeah.
Because kobolds and gnomes are kind of similar anyway, right? Like
Yeah, this is
they're both like
well,
crafty
I mean,
and good at making things.
I don't know
and
if you've
shit.
watched the Court of Swords micro RPG sessions, but basically it like Adam lumps goblins, halflings, gnomes, all of it into Mogwai.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Small things.
Proposal, like, gnomes are what happens when kobolds spend too much time in the sun. Like...
I was about to say gnomes are what happened when kobolds take a bath and like groom their whiskers, but like sure.
Well, like in the original Splintering Wheel, gnomes are what happen. Goblins are what happens if they become if gnomes become corrupted by not wearing hijab. So, they become like corrupted by the evil forces of the world. That was a thing from the Splintering Wheel. Oh hey, thank you. Yeah, we're all the three of us are Adelaide kids, so yeah. I fucking
Stop.
yeah, you wish you were Adelaide
Hello.
kid.
Yeah, welcome.
So, also for chat, I put the Pantheon up for you to see, just so you're aware of what we're talking about. Let's
Creepy
do
gods.
descriptions and bonds and all that shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Em, do you want to start?
Sure. My character's name is Ajiti. They, them pronouns. Ajiti is a dwarf, but I think Ajiti is of a different like group or clan or whatever is the appropriate word to like the local area. Ajiti is a foreign dwarf, a dwarf from
wandering
somewhere
dwarf.
away. Yeah, exactly.
A dwarf.
A dwarf.
They're seafaring wandering dwarfs. That's why they're called dwarfs.
Ajiti has kind eyes. Ajiti is bald. Their head is completely sort of smooth shaven. They wear common garb, very kind of like nondescript in sort of like dark earthy colors, and they have quite a thin body. So they've still got that sort of like squatness of a stereotypical dwarf, but they're less broad. They're quite like they look a bit weak for a dwarf, like as far as their build. Yeah.
Cool. Atelier.
Yeah, so we're just doing the description stuff at the moment?
Yeah.
Yep, cool. So, Tialier is... Where to start? Okay, no, I'll start with the signature weapon, because it is ridiculous and it glows. So, you know, it's kind of the first thing you notice. It's also taller than she is. And it's essentially like the polearm you get when you put a saber on the end of a long stick. It is like it's almost like a bit lance-like in kind of like how it's shaped. It glows and is blood-stained, so the glowing kind of like pokes out from under these sections of bloodstain. Because when you kill an angel, the blood stains cannot be removed. Angel blood cannot be cleaned off.
Yeah.
I
like it.
So it's like the glow is like kind of patchy.
And
Yeah.
doesn't have to go to sleep. But the spirit of the edgelord of the people is still in us.
I've been playing too much Girl by Moonlight with them clearly. Yeah, and TLA
Not
is
enough.
or not enough. Very good point. I wrote all this down. Where did I put it? There we go. So has hard eyes. You know, someone who's seen stuff. Then it's not like the kind of, you know, depressed, has no joy in life kind of thing, but they're like the serious eyes that have seen some things, know what needs to be done. She has like kind of like fairly unkempt hair, because, you know, yes, people say all these things about elves and how they're all beautiful and graceful and they're always perfect and so on, but in reality, when you're adventuring, you don't have time to brush your hair for 3 hours every day. You know, you don't have time to remove all the twigs, and it turns out if you don't do the typical elf thing and brush your hair for 3 hours a day, it's like really kind of like, it gets wispy and like gets all into weird shapes and like walls and all kinds of things. So there's a reason why they do that. Like olive, kind of suntanned skin, and like typically elfish kind of lightness, but powerfully built, and wears a kind of like which armor did I take? Wears a like heavy chainmail that is kind of, you know, like the kind of stuff you would expect to see on a, you know, a steps cavalry person, with like, you know, embellishments and you know, armor over the shoulders, that kind of thing, but still flexible. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Do you have a horse? Do you have a horse?
Oh yeah, totally have a horse.
What kind of horse?
What is your horse's name?
Oh, what is my horse's name? My horse's
Also,
name.
was it she/her pronouns?
Yeah. Ooh, horse's name is
Umbra Telephone.
Wow. Let's just go Umbra.
It's very bad Lord of the Rings joke.
Right.
It's
Okay.
Shadowfax, right?
I'm just gonna go Umbra though. Yeah, because it sounds suitably edgelordy enough.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was so tempted to suggest Evanescence because
Oh no. I mean, like, so like Xiaolia totally wears like thick
it's a black
eyeliner. Like,
it's a black horse.
yeah, totally.
So it's called Evanescence because it just evanesces at night,
Yeah.
and you can't see it.
But like, yeah, like Xiaolia totally looks like the front cover of the famous Evanescence album. Like, has the thick black eyeliner. Like...
Also, as a side note, I have found I've worked out who I'm played by, who this character is played by. Ajiti is played by Ari Fitz.
I haven't even thought about that.
If anyone knows, I will put a link. Just Google Ari Fitz.
Who's someone with
Oh,
an
wow,
interesting
cool.
face? Fuck. Hey, Em, can my character just look like you? You've got an interesting face.
Why? Thank you.
My character looks like Adam. There we go. Okay.
Also an interesting face.
And like very dwarvish, kind of in some
Mm-hmm.
in some aspects.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you keep doing this thing of like playing characters that are played by people you know, as opposed to like famous.
I mean, I do both. Like
That's true.
fucking Thingo. Fortune was played by Ezra Miller.
Yes, that's true. Ezra Miller.
And Sunrise was played by John Almost Joe. And Liv is both, so Liv doesn't count.
Hez, do you want to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, so
What do we not already
I
know?
think an internet RPG first for me, he is a dude. Plot twist.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got where are we? So he's got like dusky, kind of like slightly dark skin, like very dark hair, very dark eyes. Yeah, like bearded and mustached. And then yeah, like long hair, and then like an undercut, kind of like shaved bits on the side. But the long train of hair isn't like at all neat. It's like this messy tangle with like twigs and like bones and like a bunch of like coagulated blood in there somewhere. I picked messy hair. And I think he wears like fuck it, he wears the fucking skin of a giant wolf. He just wears the pelt of this giant wolf. It's like it was such a big wolf that he was able to like turn it into like enough clothes for a person to wear.
It's not like
Kinda
the skin of the bear that killed him.
Was it a bear? I thought I said it was a wolf.
I thought it was a
Fuck
bear.
it,
that killed you.
it was a wolf. It was. I've decided now it was a wolf.
You're retconning that?
And yeah, it totally is. Because what happened was, right, like, he fucking died and fell down at the roots of the giant magic redwood tree that was, like, bleeding its sap into his wounds. And that was happening, like, while the wolf was eating him. Right? And then the life force that brought him back got sucked out of the wolf.
Dang.
And so he just woke up and it was, like, withered and
That's-
dead.
That's very metal.
And so he peeled off its skin with his like, bare
Holy
hands.
shit.
No,
And,
his
like-
wolf hands.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, Ashton's wolf hands. You're right. And then I don't know if you guys are
Channeling
familiar
Alyssa.
with like was it Tamashanta? The long kilt.
Yeah.
The bear was tweeting about it the other day. Like the long variation that has like enough material that you can also then wear it as a cloak or whatever. Like it's that basically, but made of the fucking skin of a wolf
Yeah.
Yep.
that he magically vampirized.
Nice.
Yeah, and his eyes are just like really like deep set and hollow and like almost like feral and animal. Like he's seen too much of like nature and the heart of nature and the heart of death to be like able to fit in with like most people anymore, because they just don't understand that they're walking in a dead sack of meat every moment of like they don't get it. Yeah, but you guys get it.
We get it.
That's why
We're
we're
all
friends. That's
just
why
as
we're
edgy.
We're a team.
That's why we're friends. We're like edgelord rat queen
Yeah.
style adventurers.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
great.
Alright, Luke. Let's go back in the other direction. Bonds.
Cool. What are my choices as the druid? Oh shit, because I've still got the cleric open from finding that from okay, here we go. Druid bonds.
You sound very wise while looking at this. Yeah.
I have haunted eyes. I am very wise. The hauntedness of my eyes gives me insight into things that you do not understand.
I don't know. Rincewind has haunted eyes. Just putting it out there.
That's true.
I gotta say, these bonds are disappointing.
Make up your own.
And if it helps, let me know when the time comes, because I've got like fan made supplement that's got some alternate ones. It's a PDF, so I can't like send it to you, but I can read them out.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah, the spirits spoke to me of a great danger that follows Mel's character, whose name I cannot remember.
Tialie.
Tialie.
Oh gosh, that's gonna
Sorry.
Why is there a PR in there that is just completely unpronounced? Is my question.
A what?
be
Oh no, I changed it. I changed it from the one that was already.
Oh, thank God!
at the
Thank
beginning.
God! Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. All I can't see your character. I can just see the record of it in the rolls,
right.
and I was
I
like,
get that.
how the fuck do I pronounce that?
Is it spelled like that?
Yeah,
Uh,
with
like-
double L, but yeah.
TIA
But yeah,
double L-I.
yeah. The spirits have spoken to me of a great danger that follows Tialier, and I think we can all fucking agree that we know what it is, and it's those motherfucking Asimov.
Yep.
All right, I thought maybe it was terrible life decisions, but I mean, okay, that works
I mean,
too.
taking that Asimov weapon was a terrible life decision, and that's
and then
what set
killing an
off-
Asimov with it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, no wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
So that's one of my bonds.
so,
Cool.
like, question: the spirits that told you this,
Yeah.
are they the spirits of the trees in the babbling forest?
No.
Okay.
They are the spirits of, like, the stone of the high mountains, right? Like,
Cool.
because they've overheard the, like, war councils of the Azimar. And the
Nice.
hunting parties being sent off and shit.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
And so they appeared to me in, like, a form, like a person, but, like, chunky and blocky and, like, inchoate and just, like, radiating just this, like, alien, like, life force. It was quite disturbing.
Nice.
Cool.
Should I pick my other one, or should I let someone else?
No, I'll do another one. Let's crank them out.
Cool. Yep. Which one to go? Yeah. How do I feel about your character, Emily? You're a fucking dwarf. I have showed a GD a sacred right of the land.
Oh, sorry, you cut out a bit at the end there.
Oh no, I have showed a GD a sacred right of the land.
Okay.
A sacred right of the
we got
land.
both ends.
Got
there.
there.
Right. Cool. We got
Cool.
there.
Yes, awesome. I love it. That
Yeah,
sounds
I
good.
think I welcomed you into like our territory.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, you are like a dwarf like me, but this is not your land. Let me show you how we like, I don't know, say hello
Yeah.
to the land?
Yeah.
Mark or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I like
And
the
it
idea
was
that
and
like
it was very metal.
I like the idea that like there's a sort of a culture among dwarves where all dwarves from other like places are like cousins, kind of not literally but culturally.
No, that's really nice. Yeah.
That's cute.
Mel, do you want to do some?
Yeah, let's
ones?
do it. So,
Yeah, we like hunted a bear and then we like had to like eat its raw heart and like share it between us or some shit.
Sweet, sounds good.
So, I feel like I have sworn to protect. Sorry, Luke. What's your character's name?
Hezb.
Hezb.
HESB.
Let me make it so you can all see each other's characters.
I feel like I have sworn to protect Hezb. Maybe not like entirely altruistically. Like I think it's a case of this. Like this person used some kind of sorcery to come back from the dead. My people could use that. Who like are regretting their life decisions. You know, the ones who like when they reach the end of their mortality or something, and then would just stop existing. Maybe they could be like Hezb. I need to find out how that works. And then I'm tossing up between I worry about the ability. So, could you pronounce your character's name again, Emily?
GD?
A GD. I worry about the ability of a GD to survive in the dungeon, or a GD owes me their life, whether they admit it or not.
Ooh. I like both of those. I feel like the first one is legit because I'm like not particularly fast and I'm not very strong at all. And as a fighter, I imagine that those are things that you like probably consider to be like fairly important for surviving in dungeons. So that would absolutely make sense. I also like the idea that I owe you my life and would never admit it because that also
cool. Okay,
thing with my character. So
that sounds great. Let's go with that.
cool.
Why?
Neat. Yeah, what happened?
In your life?
Yeah, when did you save my life? Or is it as simple as that? Like, I often find when we, like,
Yeah,
when you
let's
come
not
across
assume
this
that you
thing of
saved
like
their
owing
life.
your life, it doesn't necessarily mean that they saved it. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I have a thought.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, Luke,
So
you're cutting out again, bud.
the impression I have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You're back.
The impression I have gotten is that the elves are like local to here, in the
Sure.
same way that like my bunch of dwarves are. Well, because like otherwise they wouldn't be being preyed upon by the Azamar who live in these mountains, right?
Yeah.
Like it must naturally follow. And so I like the idea that like we were kind of a bit suspicious of this foreign dwarf at first, and there was like maybe some unpleasantness about to go down, and you were like, no, it's chill. Like, we vouch for this random ass foreign dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah, sounds
torture
good.
him. Don't torture
Yeah.
them to find out what they know, or like whatever the fuck we were about to.
Yeah.
We were about to take away all your shit and make you like undergo the like adulthood rites of our tribe to earn the right to be a person. And so we were gonna like take all your shit away and make you survive in the wilderness for 3 days. Yeah.
Cool.
And the elves were like, that's not necessary though. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Have
like
you
it.
considered maybe being a bit more chill?
Yeah. Have you considered not doing that? And so in that case, actually, if it is cool, because I think we choose up to 3 bonds, I'm gonna take another bond with Ajidi. Ajidi smells more like prey than a hunter.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. All right. Cool. I like it. All right.
Awesome.
Do you have another one, or did you do that both of yours?
I've done both. Yeah, I'm just gonna do 2.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. Cool. Luke, tell me some alternate bonds.
I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
I have intervened with other priests on Blank's behalf before.
Ooh. All right.
My
I like that one.
my deity has marked out Blank as someone important. I must help them fulfill their destiny. Blank has been through hardships that would break me. They can stand against the darkness I see looming over the world. Or Blank has worked with servants of my deity before.
Ooh. Okay, those are all way better than the default ones. What was that? What was the second one?
My deity has marked out Blank as someone important. I must help them fulfill their destiny.
I think I like the idea that my deity has marked out Tialie as someone important, and I must help her fulfill her destiny.
She stole a very powerful spear. And your
Yeah.
deity was like, damn, that's some good stealing.
Yeah, but like also I'm kind of curious to know whether it's actually something that's totally unrelated to that. Like I think that could be really
Yeah.
fun. Like,
I mean, it's
like you think you're important, but I think you're important for like completely other reasons.
You've
Totally.
got
Yeah.
really good hair. Just the wispy shapes your hair makes are like significant omens, and as a god, I am invested now.
Tialie.
The secrets of the future can
For
be
what
read
is
in
it? As
Tialie's
marked
hair.
out Tialie for
As someone important,
as someone important.
I must help them fulfill their destiny.
Okay, important.
I mean, look, I've heard of T reading. I have not heard of Tialie reading.
Oh my god.
My favorite moment in American Gods is when Zoraya, whichever Zoraya as it is, goes to read his coffee dregs instead. She's like, tea is disgusting.
And then I think what was the
Classic
last
content.
one?
Classic thing. Blank has worked with servants of my deity before.
That could be fun. I feel like I feel like it could be fun if Hesb has worked with Servants of Mighty before. And I love that. I think specifically because of the nature of my deity, it's highly likely that you wouldn't know that's who they were.
Yeah, totally,
cool.
right? I think it like I feel like it would have to have been before I became a druid, because post death experience has no time for like people. Full
Yeah,
stop,
yeah.
who
Yep,
aren't like the two of you and maybe a third person who we don't know by now.
Yeah. Yeah,
But yeah,
cool.
there's totally like fucking worshippers of your god among my people,
Sweet.
whom
All right.
whom I may or may not be related to. It's
I
definitely
like it. I like it. All right. Neat.
Dwarves
That
are
works
very
for me.
patient.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we've got a lot of librarians too.
Cool.
Yeah, good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Librarians. Dangerous.
I know, right? You never know what they're really thinking.
So many books they can hide their thoughts in.
Also, the grenades.
No,
Sorry,
the books are
very
definitely more dangerous.
That's a very specific. What kind of grasses are on the plains here?
Like razor grass.
Razor grass plains.
You have to
Keep playing.
yeah, I think like I feel like the elves maybe have specific like almost like armor for their horses' legs.
Like a barding. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're gonna walk through the plains, you have to have like long boots or like leg guards or whatever.
Or just be
And they-
metal as hell.
They breed
just
the
be metal as
horses like first and foremost for height rather than for speed, because the
Yes,
grass
so
can
that they
be quite
won't-
tall.
Yeah, because I don't want the grass to brush the underbelly of the horse. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
horses are fucking magic horses, and they can ride on the top of the. No, I'm. It's like that Tolkien bullshit where Legolas can just run on top of the snow. It's like that, but with horses, and they just run on top of the grass. That's a bit too gonzo. I gotta pull back.
A little bit. You've gone too far.
So,
Who are you, Emily? I don't recognize you anymore.
this mountain that you're climbing, that you've been head up, you've just passed the tree line. A cadre of red pandas look at you from the canopy as you pass. Up above, you see a trail marked by red cloth flags, in amongst stacks of stones, and above you, somewhere here, is what is referred to in what you've been told is called the Cave of Many Questions.
I do have a lot of questions.
Exactly.
I have
too.
none.
Alright.
In your hand, whoever wants this, is a perfectly spherical gemstone. Inside, from a distance, it looks like an opal, but when you look closer, a galaxy dances within it, swirling with the light of a billion suns, all glinting lightly, the colors of the nebula giving it a rainbow of hues. Who has this gem that hums faintly with the song of the stars?
That sounds like some dwarf cleric shit to me, so I nominate a GD.
I'm happy to have this.
Cool.
I don't know anything about stars. It's not my department.
Also, if something bad happens, I'm going to be charging into combat. I won't have anywhere to put it.
This is true. Yep. No, I'm holding it.
I could throw it at them. I'm not sure that would be a good idea.
It's
I
probably
don't know
not
if
a good
it's
idea.
safe for me to incorporate it into me when I turn into a bear. That
Also, probably not safe.
yeah, a lot of shit could happen, you know.
Looking back out across the over the tops of the trees, you look back towards the razor grass plains, and you can see the path that you followed. You can probably see some of Tialier's people that are camped near the edge of the forest. The the thick, oily smoke that is traditional of their camps rises, and I think you can almost smell its metallic tang on the air. Above you is the crisp cold of this mountain. Somewhere at the end, along this trail, is the cave. But to find it, you're going to have to go out in the open. What fear from the skies? This is a problem this far from where the Azamars hunt?
Okay. Because I was going to say, that's the obvious answer.
Yeah,
Azamars.
but you're quite far. You're not on
But
High
it's
Mountain,
not-
right? Like High Mountain is where the
where they
like,
live.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're closer to Red Mountain.
So
We're near the
something-
forest.
Mhm.
What if it's giant butterflies?
Is that what? we're
Yeah,
gonna
or,
watch out for?
I mean, I like the idea of giant butterflies being
Ash mentioned
terrifying.
butterflies in the forest.
Yeah.
Saying-
Yeah.
The monarch butterflies.
Okay, what if it's not
yeah,
even
right.
giant
They're monarch
butterflies?
butterflies. They're
Like-
huge.
Oh yeah, all right. No, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Emperor
And you've-
butterflies.
And
Yeah.
you've seen their pupa hanging from the boughs of these trees.
Yeah,
As you've
exactly.
been going
right?
along, right? And they've
Yeah,
been
she's
rustling, and they've been like you've seen ones that are where the the thing has been opened and the monarch butterfly has like
Fluttered
already
free.
escaped, and you've seen those red pandas here. I don't know if they are in the wild, if they're
So cute.
if they are insectivores. I think they are, but these
That feels
ones have like you've seen like the body of like the massive grubs, the caterpillars. You've seen them like feasting on a dead one, just like all over it.
Yeah.
These red pandas just like munching into
I don't know
themselves.
about anyone else. I am picturing that they're like literally red, like they're pandas. They're just normal,
They're red.
they're actual pandas, just stained with blood from all of their.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Like
No,
the
they're just
fucking
red
like,
pandas.
like the fucking the
go in the
crimson
trees.
vulture. The crimson vulture that like rubs like marrow and bone
Oh,
and blood
yeah.
into itself.
Well,
and
they
then,
do
like,
that
grooves
too.
it through their. Like,
yeah, I feel like
like
they
a
do
panda
that
version
too.
of that. Yeah.
No, but just a red panda, like the actual animal that is a red
I want
panda.
it to
No,
be
they're
a regular
adorable.
panda, but
No,
red.
red pandas are much more adorable than regular pandas.
They're
It's
like
true.
they're red pandas,
I
but
thought
also
I was
rubbing
the
blood on
druid, but
themselves.
okay.
Yeah, you are the druid. You're the one who like looks at the dark side of nature. We're just like, oh, it's so cute.
It's so
Yeah.
cute.
I'm like, it'll
I'm
rip
an
your
elf.
fucking
Nature's
head.
adorable.
And I'm like, it'll crack your bones open and take the marrow out and rub it through its fur. How do you think it stays so red?
Yeah.
Spring
See, I
cuts to
still-
like a little puppy.
I still feel like that's absolutely like a thing about the red pandas in this world, or at least like that's the story around them.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's not a story.
They're like red caps. Yeah.
all over
They're
the
110% like red caps.
all over the upper sections of the mountains, you can see the like glacier iceberg type things that have formed on it. That at this time of year, the monarch butterflies will be hatching and like feasting on to get the water and the salt. But you know, people contain those too.
It's true.
What do you do?
So we're about to like come out into like an open stretch where we'll be.
Yeah, you're just at the like the top edge of the tree line.
Great. Cool.
Do you have like horses or anything,
No.
or is it just me who's on?
It's just
Good
you that's got
mountain,
the
I
horse.
Yeah.
These
Well, I
two
mean,
have
I
five
feel like
hands.
going out in the open is not an option. Then can we just take a longer route and go, like, follow the trees? Like, essentially, I'm getting the
Horses-
impression it kind of goes around.
Yeah, the trees go all the way around the mountain.
Hmm.
The question is,
Oh, okay, but at some point we're gonna go up, right?
Horse,
they only
horse
go
is
so
not that
high.
No, but I can run across the open land very fast with my horse. You can't. Well, you can. A GD can't.
It's up a mountain as well, though. Remember, so you know, like
True.
the horse is going to be like
Yeah.
moving
I can
at
trust
like
my own footing.
slightly
When you're-
faster than a person, but not a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah, when your
a
damn
jitty.
fool horse breaks its neck. You'll
Do
be
you know
falling.
any? Do you know any chance to guard travelers or anything like that?
I'm wondering if we know of anything that repels the butterflies. Like, I'm thinking, like if there is a certain smell, or if they dislike smoke, or if we can somehow put something on ourselves to keep them away from us.
Fun
that kind of
question.
thing.
What the fuck? Where did you get that gem? What are you doing with it? Why are
Yeah.
you going to the cave of Why are you going to the cave of questions?
Oh, we're going to the Cave of Questions because Tialia has many questions, and we're
I
helping.
do. Like, why? What is the cave of questions? That's a question.
She's always
That's
got
fine.
so many fucking questions.
Yeah.
Like, cut to Hesb looks at the camera like he's in the office. So many questions.
Where did dwarves come from?
What are you looking at?
How tall is the tallest dwarf ever?
Also, I feel like as Ajiti is like thinking about this, Hesb just turns to Tialia and is like, "Yes, I do know a ritual to protect travelers." And I like hold my hand out for her weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You give it to me.
I like go to what?
Which weapon is
But
this?
hesitate. The signature weapon.
What's it
What
called?
is this ritual?
And I just look at you like completely deadpan, just like fucking give it to me or don't. Like I don't care. And I think he just says like, "Do you want the ritual or not?"
I'll give you the weapon.
Yep. And I take the weapon. And
I know I
reach-
can run faster than you if I need to. I'm not saying that. Just
I reach down to my pocket and I take out a whetstone and I like sharpen the blade with a couple of strokes and put the whetstone away and give you the weapon back. And while I'm in that close, like smack you on the back of the head and I'm like, "Keep your eyes open," and the ritual's done.
My God.
I glower.
Of course, you call it glowering.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like it's not
not
glaring. Or
glaring, it's
staring.
not-
No, it's
it's
glowering.
It's not like
broody. and
brooding.
moody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not sulking. It's brooding, and it's not glaring. It's
Exactly.
glowering. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it.
In answer to your question, Ash, this stone is a navigation aid. It's a map. It is something that my people from home created, and I use it to navigate all sorts of places. It has absolutely no other sinister properties whatsoever.
Good. That's good to know. I'm glad.
Are your people at home space dwarves? Just like curious.
I mean, as in like from space, or like aligned with space.
Like
Bromeliad.
as in you're like
Posted.
dwarf seafarers, but the sea but you have like sky ships and you fucking go to sea in the clouds.
I mean, that
And some shit.
seems cool. Maybe. I don't know that,
That
I've
would
ever really told you
explain
much
the,
about
like,
them.
Cosmic community. I don't know.
Cool.
I'm assuming y'all have read Bromeliad.
No.
The truckers.
Oh,
Series.
long time.
Yep. The trilogy. They're all good.
It is in my unread Terry Pratchett pile.
Yeah. It's real good. So yeah, what do you do?
So,
You've
mean,
now
with the
sounded
benefit of this powerful ritual, I suppose we should continue up the mountain.
It sounded like M was maybe spouting war.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think first I sort of turned to Hesben. I'm like, Hes, do you know anything these creatures don't like the smell of?
He's not gonna help.
And yeah, if you say
Yeah,
that,
I
I just
think-
sort of like I shrug. I'm like,
I think Hes like stops walking,
mm-hmm.
and they're like almost out of the tree line. I think they turn back at you and they look at you very seriously. There's one thing I know they don't like. The little ones, anyway, which is when the centipedes that live down in the ground cover with them stick their fangs in and fill them with venom. Don't like that.
The glower deepens.
I'd love to spout lore. Yeah.
further up the mountain.
However,
um,
like I would like to make the case that I can actually aid on this
Yes.
Sure.
because I
Sure.
do actually know. Like I'm not just totally.
You're definitely
a
aiding.
useless
Yeah.
cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll after because
All right.
Yeah.
So if I click on the, how do I do this?
You click
How do-
on intelligence, just like
I just
the
click on the
modifier
big-
button in the middle.
Cool, sweet. So sweet.
Oh, look at that.
I don't need your help. It's fine. I know all sorts of
Fuck
things.
you.
Tell me.
Do I tell you?
You
I
don't
can-
normally, but like, fuck it. Tell me what, like.
This is birthday dungeon world.
This is
Alright.
Austin.
You out of
This
it,
is Austin
Sage.
Walker style, right?
Okay.
Like,
All right. Okay.
Love my boy. Love my boy, Austin.
I think they legitimately don't like the smell of smoke. I think they don't like because they're forest creatures. Their pupa, like hang in the trees. I think they are frightened by the smell of wood smoke or green things burning.
mhm.
Also, just to put it out there for friends, it looks like you can also drag the basic moves across onto your sheet.
Oh, cool.
And I think there may be some integration where you can then click and it rolls them and shares the relevant result with chat.
Wow.
I'm doing some like testing now. Hand type.
Nice.
I'll figure out if I can make it work.
Yeah.
So
you know this?
in that case, I'm going to say that. I say, like when Hez sort of says that, I say, interesting. I remember that they don't like the smell of smoke. They really hate that. And I like, go and like rip off sort of 3 branches from like, did we say it's like pine and spruce and stuff around here? Or yeah, so I like pull off
Yeah,
sort
that
of
was my
3
feeling.
biggish branches from like a spruce tree nearby, and bring them over and like hand one, and like I think I have all of them there, and I put the little sphere back into like a pouch at my belt, and then get out my like flint and steel and sort of like begin to light the kind of resiny needles on the edges of each branch, and it takes a little while, I think, but as I sort of do them, I like hand one to the 2 of you, and say, just if you sort of wave it behind you.
I think I just like wait, like you go to give Hez one, and he takes it, and then puts it back in your hands and takes the flint and steel, and then lights the tips of the fur little branches that are growing out of the scars on his chest.
Nice, yeah.
Because like, I mean, they're on his person. He's not gonna have to worry about dropping them. It's a much
Awesome.
more practical solution. Yeah, and so they're now just like smoldering around. He's like wreathed in this cloud of like fragrant pine smoke.
Awesome.
Cool. Also, yes, I've just tested it. Yeah,
Cool.
if you drag the basic moves in there,
Sweet.
you can then directly launch them, and it comes with all the info and stuff.
I love it.
So y'all are climbing up the hill.
Heck yeah, we are. But I'm keeping alert for danger. I don't fucking trust this mountain. I don't fucking trust these trees. Death may be natural, and I may be walking around in a corpse, and
Why do
we
you
may
not
all be
play
about to die
characters where you're walking
someday.
around in a corpse?
But like, these people are decent people. These humans I like. Well, not humans. These persons. And so,
I mean,
guess I'd
like
like to
these
enjoy
are
the company a bit
humans. All like dwarves are humans. As are
Humans just people.
Human means
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. There isn't. It's not like there's some generic human that like it sits in the middle of all the races. That would be ridiculous.
Taller than a dwarf, but like less pointy ears than an elf. Bizarre.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
That sounds made up.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit. Yeah. So I think Emily. I think GD, you are defying danger with intelligence.
Sure.
You get
I
plus
forgot
1
defying danger.
forward.
How
like-
could you forget defying danger? Like,
I forgot that it's like depends on how you're doing it determines the stat.
Yeah,
it's
in
the
Dungeon
most
World
flexible
specifically.
move in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. You're getting plus 1 forward
Alright.
because you're acting on the answer from your spout lore.
Cool.
You don't get the bonuses for
Oh
discern
no,
realities.
for discern realities. Sorry. Yeah.
So
So
it's
you're
not
just
logic
doing the
discern.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Gives you
Sure.
gives you a fictional position.
With intelligence, so you said?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Ooh, not good. The 4.
That is a
Not
4.
good.
That is not.
And even if your friends both help, that's not going to get you to where you need to. So,
Hooray.
yeah. Further up the hill, there is some movement among the rocks, and a small figure runs out. But there's like a shadow over them. They glow slightly in this shadow, though. They have like veins of light running from them, and they're running with their arms above their head and like screaming in like small words. Ah, it's coming! It's coming! And then like when you look up, you see a monarch butterfly swoop down and pick up the gnome in its big spindly legs. Its many boggling eyes, like staring uncaring in all directions. And as it lifts this thing into this gnome into the air, its proboscis unravels into a long, bendy needle.
So, like,
I now hate butterflies forever.
so what is with their footling proboscises? Someone hit up Mallory Ortberg to write about them.
Yep.
Hesp has been watching like really closely ever since we left the tree line, as I said, because like he has seen and dealt up close with these butterflies before and knows that they can be a bad time, and also just generally is not a very trusting person and knows that the world is like also dying, like all of the meat sacks that we walk around in, and in its desperation is like lashing out constantly at everything. Everything just wants to live, you know? And so I would like to roll to discern realities, because like as soon as I see like actual confirmed it's a gnome, I'm like, okay, what's the fuck's going on?
What's the fuck's going on?
That's right. The ancient war cry of my people. I taught it to you as part of the ritual we shared. So am I good to do that, Ash?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. Ah.
What the fuck is going on? Is this gnome? This gnome's forehead is pierced by the horrible proboscis of the monarch butterfly, as the like terrifying face that is like painted on its wings is like highlighted in orange and yellow and red against the sun, and we see the gnome like twitch and quiver as the monarch butterfly takes the tastiest part of a gnome.
Ew.
Dang.
Hesp just nods. Hesp just nods and keeps walking.
Yep.
Life is
I feel
death
like
is easy.
Hey,
I especially feel like if it's distracted with eating that one, it's a good time to go past.
just a heads up, you know that gnomes smell horribly of brimstone. Just a heads up.
Oh.
Meaning the smoke thing possibly doesn't work?
But I mean, that's true.
That's
mechanically.
true. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's true. Just letting you know.
Interesting. Okay.
Should we take a break?
Yes, it is.
As we walk
As
up
we,
the
like,
mountain
yeah, just
and leave this
sneak
dying
past.
gnome. Who's sneaking? I'm like
I'm
literally
sneaking.
just still
Someone's on a
walking.
horse.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm on a
I'm
horse. I'm not very sneaky either.
I'm a sneak.
Okay. Well, we'll do that in a minute.
Sneak away.
Don't you have a torch?
Yes. I mean, I have a smoke torch.
I'll take it if you want.
It's smoldering. It's not burning. Please.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What kind of a burglar would they be?
All right, chat. We're gonna take a break. Gonna make a cup of tea. We'll be back in a minute.